We are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 20th edition of Chamber Talk with Torrie, a video podcast. Wow, sponsored by the Boardman Chamber of Commerce. It's been a little bit since we've been on here. We welcome back. We were just gonna welcome all of our viewers to our podcast today. So today's discussion is going to be a great one. We have Joe and Emily Taylor, owners of Taylor Pumpkin Patch. We're going to learn all about everything that they're going to offer out at their new pumpkin patch. It's fall time. We have these cool evenings, and it's about time to start seeing those pumpkins and enjoying that fall festivities. So welcome, Joe and Emily. Thank you for joining me today. So let's just dive right in. So Joe, I know this has been a process through the years of growing this pumpkin patch idea that you had. I remember the first year you did it, you planted like millions of pumpkins and had all these acres, and it was great to see it. Yeah. So can you just give us a little background about Taylor Pumpkin Patch and how you are, and when it was established and how you got to today?
Well, it started, I think, 2020 maybe when we did that. We had a piece of ground that we leased. It was a small, I think 4 acres or 5 acres. It was an odd piece, and we thought, well, we got to do something with it. And we had a friend who grew pumpkins down the valley, and he said, oh yeah, you can grow these. I'm kind of winding down. We got an outlet for these. We can get them in there. And so I thought, oh, why not? So we jumped in and planted a bunch. I thought we were going to do it one way, and we had to switch to another. And eventually, you know, we regrew them, and that outlet for them really wasn't there. We had a lot of pumpkins. The FFA kids came out and picked a whole bunch for us, and they sold them and did that, and that worked out okay. That was good for them. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe we don't need 5 acres of pumpkins. And then the next year, I don't know, you came back in that year maybe?
The next year, I was just working that first year, and then I took it over. Yeah. Kind of from him to decide what pumpkins we needed, activities, what to make it look nice.
I think I had visited the Echo Pumpkin Patch, and I thought, well, heck, we could do this down at Boardman.
Right.
And, you know, I think about that time, you know, the Kiwanis Club wasn't there, and of course I had to jump into something else, and with Emily home, I knew that it would take some internet work and some promotion and this kind of thing, which wasn't my strong suit. So we just thought, well, we'll have this, and we'll have people come out, and the kids will have fun, and it started real small with a corn maze and some go pick your own, and that's what I liked about the way we do it is you get to go out and grab your own pumpkin.
Yes.
You know, you walk through a few stickers and some weeds, and you see that it's hooked to the dirt, rather than just picking it up from the box at the store.
Yep. More experience, more family experience to it. Yeah. Opportunity to get out.
Where it comes from.
Yes.
And that sort of thing. So I like that part, but then through the years of growing pumpkins, you figure out, well, I can't grow pumpkins in that same field every year. So that got us a problem. Oh, we got to move these things around.
You do, and why is that?
Well, just the disease buildup.
Oh, okay.
Powdery mildew is a big problem in pumpkins.
Okay.
And so, where we started in that one field, we just kind of moved it around. You know, we sectioned it up so we didn't have 5 acres of pumpkins. We only had 2.
2.
And we just kind of moved it around.
And
then over the years, we just added one other thing, and we said, well, let's do this. And then we went to we visited a couple others on the way to Seattle. We stopped in Ellensburg and Prosser and saw what they were doing. Hey, this looks great.
Yeah.
And
took some inspiration from them to bring back to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. I just love having that. You know, as the Sage Center, we have our annual Harvest Festival event every year, and the pumpkins that we get for the Harvest Festival are those perfect little round guys, and we utilize those for our pumpkin painting tent. And so I just love the partnership that provides. You know, partnering with local businesses is the key to our success in these rural communities, and having that is amazing. And I love going out and having all the options and seeing them laying out there and find that perfect pumpkin that you want. So it's pretty cool to see that.
Yeah.
So
on top of that, the best part of that, you know, seeing what pumpkin is the little boys. You know.
Yes.
They go out there and they find the biggest one. Hey, Dad, let's get this. You know, they can't pick the thing up.
Yeah. Right. It's bigger than that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's great. Get out and spend some family time and just enjoy the outdoors and an opportunity. So where is the pumpkin patch, Taylor Pumpkin Patch, located?
Our pumpkin patch is on Route Lane at 79115 Route Lane. Once you go down the road, it's the greenest thing to the right.
Yeah.
We're going to have signs for entrance and exit. You'll be able to see all the pumpkins. We have our sunflowers growing out there, and you can see the corn maze coming in.
And the corn maze, perfect.
Yep. We have our big pumpkin sign along the freeway right now. So people can look at that, kind of see, it's in that general area because you can't see the field from the freeway.
Right.
But you kind of see where it is.
Where the location is.
Yeah.
And so there's two ways you access it. You can actually access it from the 730 Highway Junction, right? From that way, come in the back way, or you can come in from Boardman, either down, but Wilson Road is the main road to get to Route.
Exactly, yep.
On the east end of town.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Right before bombing range.
Perfect. So is there admission fees, and what does that include?
Yes, we're doing admission for $5 a head. Kids 3 and under are free. And then what else you can get on there is our zipline ticket fee, which is about $1 a ride, but you start out with 5 rides, and so it's an extra $5 if your kid wants to do that or an adult wants to do that.
How long? So I'm jumping the gun on our questions a little bit, so I'm gonna just go back. So let's just go back to the pumpkins. We talked about the little guys like this and stuff, and the bigger sizes. What kind of pumpkins are available, and then how are you selling them? I know this is a new way of selling them this year, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of different types of pumpkins. We got about about 100 different varieties out there.
100 different varieties? I didn't know a pumpkin came in 100 different varieties.
There's a lot, yeah.
And I say that was mostly my fault. I killed a few pumpkins with weed control this year, so we had to go back and fill in. And so Emily said, we're filling it in. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what can we see?
We got our little guys, the pie pumpkins that we use with you guys.
Yep.
We have big ones that are supposed to get up to 100 pounds-ish.
Ooh.
We got a bunch of big carvers. We got the pretty ones that I like and a lot of people like.
Yes.
So we got pinks, blues, some reds. We have a lot of white ones. We have a bunch of cute little minis that are like maybe a pound.
Yeah.
Which are white, black.
Oh.
Which always surprises people that there's black pumpkins.
Black pumpkins, yes.
Yes. Orange ones, one with stripes. We got some gourds out there that are a little funky looking. We got some Morty pumpkins, mediums, pretty much whatever you can think of, we've probably got it.
Got it. And so when you come out to find your pumpkin, what's that process look like? Do you have little carts, or do you just kind of help, and what's that?
Nope, we have a bunch of carts out there with hard wheels, because we go ahead, and we send them out with tree clippers, and they get to go out and cut it from the vine themselves if they want to. And they pick out what they want and bring it back to us, and then we'll price it up at the little camper office that I got.
Nice. So I love it. So you get to decide how big a stem you want and what kind of stem, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's very personalized experience out there picking your pumpkin. Mm-hmm. Love it.
It's a new opportunity for people to kind of see how the farm work is. And a decent amount of the community doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, that's a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think, when do you plant the pumpkins? When's that process start?
We usually plant the end of May, beginning of June.
Okay.
Because our biggest pumpkin takes 110 days to fully mature.
Okay.
And is ready to be cut off that vine.
So your target date is probably what, 1st of October?
Yeah,
is kind of a
1st
target
October,
date?
yeah. So I kind of calculate that all out. And so I'm like, oh, well, we have this one, we need to plant it now.
Right. Huh.
Or we can wait a couple of weeks.
Right.
Our littlest maturity date is 65 days.
Okay.
So just over 2 months for the little minis.
For the little minis?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I have a little, 2 plants in my yard, and I think I planted them a little late, but we'll have a few pumpkins from it.
Sure you will.
They'll keep growing.
Right? So, over the year, you've had a few things out there. I know there was this great, watering trough with corn in it, and then there was a pumpkin cannon. What other kind of attraction and activities are you going to be holding out there this year?
Well, we're adding another corn pit this year because it was such a big hit last year.
And that's the watering trough with the big dried corn kernels?
Yep, just loose corn in there. Kids would spend hours in there if their parents let them. They would spend the whole day in there.
Right.
So we're adding another one of those. We're going to bring back our big cannon, which my dad actually made.
Right.
And then we'll have our apple slingshots again. We have a big straw pyramid with big bales and a little one too. We'll do a mini maze with bales, in-ground billiards. We're adding a tetherball this year. We have our corn maze. And then the biggest new excitement for everyone is our zip line.
Right.
Which is very fun. We've all gone on it already.
So how long is it?
It's 150 feet.
150 feet,
yeah.
And you go up the hill?
We're going to have to, because we put it in a spot that was accessible, pretty flat through there. So we actually are going to build a ramp and a platform.
Oh, so you can...
To get some height.
To get started.
To get started. And then you'll end up down at the bottom and just be able to almost step off of
Perfect.
the deal. You know, it's something most people have seen before. You just sit on a rope and a board.
Yep, just kind of the old school pumpkin.
Yeah.
Like you see at other pumpkin patch events and stuff like that. That's exciting. So you're going to be hosting some special events.
Yes.
What are those looking like? It's exciting to hear.
Yes. We're going to do wine night again this year. Last year it was very successful on the 2 nights that we did that.
Yes.
So that will be happening on the 19th, I believe.
Of October?
Of October, yes.
Okay.
And then the next weekend on Friday, the 25th, we'll have our first haunted maze or haunted house night.
Okay.
And then on the next day on the 26th, we're going to do the haunted maze again, as well as our guys' nights. Our guys' night. Yeah. Which is bros, brews, and brats.
Okay.
Which will be really fun.
That will be fun.
Yeah, and then we'll have our fire pits going for that too. Oh yeah, we also have fire pits.
Oh
this year.
That was a new addition as well, right?
Yes.
That's right.
And people can rent those for 3 hours at $50.
And are they just fire pits, or do you have to bring your chairs, or there's chairs around them? What's that look like? What's that setting like?
We are gonna have some benches set up for them. We'll have wood out there already, and we can light it for them. They just go to one of the 7 fire pits that we've got.
Okay.
And hang out for a while.
Awesome. Love it. And let the kids play in the corn.
Yeah, they're like, you can go do whatever.
Yeah. You could do s'mores out there, but you can't cook your hot dogs.
Right.
It's
right.
Not making food.
Right.
S'mores, yeah.
Snack.
We could do,
Yep.
But,
Are you guys going to be providing the s'mores kits, or does it bring your own s'mores kit?
No, we'll be providing some s'mores kits.
If people forget.
That you can buy up at the camper office.
All right. Are you going to allow outside s'mores kits if like a family comes prepared and says, here we are, and is it an option, or is it just strictly going to be the ones from you guys?
Boy, we haven't discussed
we
that.
We haven't, no.
One of those things we're learning.
We're learning, right?
But, right off the bat, I would say, yeah, we would allow that.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll love these impromptu questions.
Everybody makes their s'mores a little different,
Yes, they do.
So,
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of one that I like the Reese's peanut butter cups instead of the Hershey's, So I don't know. I'm kind of one going to bring my little snacks.
Yeah. And then for wine night, we'll also be collaborating with my business, Rustic Charcuterie, for little charcuterie boxes, so they can have a snack during wine night.
Wine night. And is that a bring your own wine or?
No, we will be providing wine, and they can come up and buy the cup.
Buy the cup.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. That is exciting. So you have all these great events and all this great information. Where can they find more information about the Taylor Pumpkin Patch?
I do a lot of our marketing from social media, so Facebook mostly, a little bit on Instagram, but we also have a website, which is just taylorpumpkinpatch.com.
Okay.
And I've added things on there, all the events, the schedule, pricing wise, location and hours and everything.
Photos and all that stuff.
Yep.
Perfect. And do you have events set up for like if people want to add them to their event calendar on social media?
We have our first one.
Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. We got our first one up and ready. I just didn't want to shove everything on Facebook for events, so I'm slowly bringing them onto Facebook so people can see them, say if they're going, interested, and get all that information on there.
That's wonderful. Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. So let's go over what you have again. You're sharing there. I just want to make sure everybody knows all the amazing things. It's so fun to see everything that's out there and see the pumpkin patch grow. It's grown so much in the last couple of years, and it's a great addition to our community. So something I really just
We forgot that one.
yeah, and
Sorry,
we have our impromptu list here, and, still forgetting some
Yeah.
things. So yeah, so like, what are the main attractions again?
The main ones to me is definitely the zip line,
Yes,
the cannon. Everybody loves the cannon.
yes. We
The-
have some great videos of the
Mhm.
cannon from
Yeah.
Yep.
previous years.
Yep, we've had it go 1,400 feet before.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so almost quite a ways.
that is a long
Yes.
way. So
Yes.
Up on the hill.
yeah.
The corn maze is definitely a big one.
Mm-hmm.
We're adding hay rides this year, which
Oh,
we
yeah.
forgot about earlier, which will
And-
be on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays
Okay.
for free.
And then something we completely forgot: hours of operation. What do those hours look like?
On Wednesdays and Thursdays, it'll be 3:30 to dusk, so people can come after school if they don't have time on the
Yep.
weekend. And then on the weekend, so for weekends for me is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I know some people it's not. It'll be 10 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Okay.
Except on our event nights, and our events will be from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay, perfect. Well, that is a lot of information. So like I said, if you missed it, you can follow Taylor Pumpkin Patch on their website and their social medias. You can also review this Chamber Talk with Torrie on our social media platforms and our Boardman Chamber YouTube channel. And we will be sharing this again throughout the community pages. And we just want to say thank you and excited to have something like this in our community. I just love having it, and I wish, like when my son was little, we could just go down the road and do this instead of having to load up and go all the way, drive out of town and stuff. So thank you to you guys for providing such a great opportunity for our community and our kids. And so we just look forward to seeing more, learning more about it, and watch your social media pages for all the photos. And do you ask people that they're there, share and hashtag you guys and share it on your pages and stuff?
Yep, I try to once I remember it. Sometimes it gets a little busy, and I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you guys for joining us again for the 20th edition of Chamber Talk with Torrie with Taylor Pumpkin Patch. We look forward to seeing you guys next time. Stay tuned and have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll stay safe.